All right, so here's another example of an oscilloscope. There's already a frequency and a voltage that's been inputted in, and we just got to make some adjustments so we can actually see those. So if we're going to use this scale right here, we're going to adjust it just a little bit so we can see it. That way it's a little bit easier to see the peak-to-peak voltage. And then also we can adjust it horizontally if we want to find our period. So if we're looking at this, I'm guessing about right there if I'm going peak to peak. So if I count how many boxes in between, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and each box represents 50 nanoseconds. So if each box represents 50 nanoseconds, and there's 4 of them, that means there's 200 nanoseconds. So 200 times 10 to the negative 9 All right, here's another example of an oscilloscope. So when we're looking at this, we got to make some fine-tuning adjustments so we can get the height we want. There's my vertical. I can see the peaks and peak now. Horizontally, I want to spread it out a little bit, so about right there. Now, right now, it's not lined up super great, so I can adjust that as needed. So if I go about right there, that gives us a good alignment. So I can see that it goes up, and it comes down, and it comes back up to about right there. And that's going to be my 1 period. So if we're looking at this, we know each box is going to represent 10 nanoseconds, which is giving us that right there. So what I'm going to have you guys do is pause the video now, and I want you to come up with a solution as to what the frequency is. Okay, so now that we're back, if you're looking at that, we said there were a grand total of 6 boxes. So, or 5 boxes, I can't remember. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 boxes. So that means we're going to have 50 nanoseconds. So 50 times 10 to the negative 9th. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the inverse of that. When we do that, it ends up giving us 20 million hertz. So the frequency on this one is going to be 20 million hertz. Now to find the voltage on this one, it's not lined up perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop it down until it goes top and bottom. As I do that, I know each one of these boxes right here is representing 5 volts. So if I look at that to go from here to here, I went up 1, 2, 3. So therefore, the voltage is going to be, the peak-to-peak voltage is going to be 15 volts. Now, if we wanted to find the actual amplitude is going to be 7.5 volts.